Welcome to Daily Crypto, episode 16.
Great to be here.
Today, we're taking a look at what's moving the crypto markets right now.
Yep, sorting through the noise.
Exactly. The news that's grabbing attention and, some of the deeper discussions happening behind the headlines.
Our mission, as always, is to kind of distill it all down.
So you can quickly grasp what's significant. So let's dive in.
Okay, market first.
Yeah. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen a generally positive trend. Pretty green across the board. Bitcoin, for example, is up by a solid 3.37%, currently trading around $87,393.
Nice jump. And Ethereum's right there with it.
Yep, similar gains. ETH rising by 3.27% to $1,643.26.
It's interesting that consistency across many of the majors.
Right.
BNB, Solana, XRP, they're all in the green too.
Right. Solana's increase is maybe a bit more muted at 0.74%.
Still up though.
True. While XRP has seen a more significant jump, 3.42%, bringing it to $2.13.
That suggests a pretty broad positive sentiment influencing the market right now, wouldn't you say?
I think so, yeah. It feels like a general lift.
And the meme coins, always a story there.
Oh, absolutely. They're definitely adding their usual spark. Shiba Inu, Bonk, Dog with Hat, Popcat, all showing gains, in the 3-4% range.
Pretty solid.
But the real standout here is Pepe.
Ah, yes, Pepe. What's it doing?
It surged by over 6% in the last 24 hours.
Wow, over 6%. That's quite a move.
It is. It's considerable.
What's fascinating here is, well, the intensity of interest that can still drive these meme coins, right? Pepe's jump, while others are seeing more modest gains. It just highlights how sentiment-driven this segment is.
Totally. Makes you wonder what specific catalysts are fueling this particular surge for Pepe.
Exactly. Any specific news tied to it, or just momentum?
Hard to say for sure right now. Could just be market flow. Moving on, though, to some broader discussions.
Okay.
A report highlighted a staggering number. $81 billion in gaming revenue generated by crypto wagers in 2024.
$81 billion. That's huge, especially with all the regulatory uncertainty still floating around.
Right. It really underscores the significant intersection between crypto and gaming.
Definitely. Even with those legal hurdles, that volume indicates strong underlying demand. It suggests, if regulations maybe become clearer,
Then this integration could expand even further.
yeah, impacting both sectors in pretty substantial ways.
On a different note, bit of a traditional market crossover here, gold has reached a new all-time high. $3,390.
Interesting. That naturally brings up the Bitcoin comparison.
The digital gold narrative.
Yeah.
Do you see a potential parallel here? Could Bitcoin follow gold's trend?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the $87,000 question right now. Gold's performance often reflects its safe haven status, especially in uncertain economic times.
Okay.
Whether Bitcoin consistently mirrors that, well, the jury's still out, I think.
Wow.
The narratives gain traction, sure, but Bitcoin's also driven by its own factors, like tech developments, adoption rates, things separate from commodities.
But gold's strength certainly adds weight to the argument for alternative stores of value, generally speaking.
No doubt about that. It fuels the conversation.
Speaking of conversations and differing viewpoints, Plan B, the creator of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model,
Yep, know the name.
he recently expressed some strong criticism of Ethereum, labeled it a pre-mined shitcoin.
Ooh, that's blunt.
Very.
Yeah, well, that kind of rhetoric really highlights the deep ideological divides within the crypto space. Plan B's model heavily emphasizes Bitcoin's fixed supply, its scarcity.
Right, the stock-to-flow aspect.
Exactly. So his criticism of Ethereum likely stems from its different tokenomics, its issuance model, its governance. It's just a fundamentally different beast.
It's important to recognize these differing perspectives. They definitely shape discussions and influence sentiment.
Absolutely. It's not all one big happy family.
Definitely not. We're also seeing some internal challenges within specific projects. The founder of Synthetics, SUSD.
Exactly. He's publicly urged stakers to act because the SUSD DPEG is persisting.
Right. So SUSD, for listeners, is meant to be a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. A depeg means it's lost that $1 value, which can cause instability in DeFi, the decentralized finance world.
Precisely. When a stablecoin loses its peg, it can really erode trust, maybe trigger wider issues within that ecosystem. The founder's direct appeal suggests it's a significant problem needing community action.
It definitely underscores the ongoing risks and the need for vigilance in DeFi. It's not all smooth sailing.
Far from it. Always potential bumps in the road.
On a more maybe positive note, the cryptocurrency HYPE seems to be gaining some momentum.
Oh, yeah.
Technical patterns are suggesting a potential climb towards $20.
Ah, the technicals. It's a reminder of how quickly fortunes can shift in this market, isn't it?
Definitely. Rapid, significant price movements.
Yeah.
It highlights the speculative side.
For sure. While technical analysis can point to potential trends, it's crucial. Crucial to remember these aren't guarantees.
Right. Don't bet the farm based on a chart pattern alone.
Exactly. Significant risk involved there.
Okay, shifting focus a bit to the underlying tech. Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum co-founder.
Always interesting to hear what he's thinking.
He's proposed a potentially huge change, replacing Ethereum's EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, with RISC-V architecture.
Wow, okay. Replacing the EVM, that's fundamental.
Yeah.
The EVM is basically the engine running all the smart contracts.
Correct. And RISC-V is this open standard hardware instruction set.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is it could offer improvements in efficiency, scalability.
Scalability being the key word for Ethereum, always.
Always. And we've also seen a response from the Ethereum Foundation's new co-executive on this idea.
So the conversation is happening at high levels. It's fascinating because it shows Ethereum's commitment to innovation, to tackling that scalability challenge head on.
Thinking about replacing something as core as the EVM, that's definitely forward thinking.
It is. Evaluating the feasibility, the pros, the cons, that's a massive undertaking for the whole network.
Huge implications.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk real-world adoption for a second. There's a report, maybe a bit concerning, indicating that a significant number of Bitcoin businesses in El Salvador, the first country to adopt BTC is legal tender.
Yeah, big news at the time.
Well, apparently many of those businesses have quietly disappeared from the market.
That's interesting. And maybe sobering. It gives a real-world look at the complexities of large-scale crypto adoption.
Right. The experiment generated tons of buzz, but if businesses are vanishing.
It suggests the practical implementation, the day-to-day usability, the expected economic benefits. They may be facing some serious hurdles. Raises questions about sustainability.
Yeah, it's a valuable data point, even if it's not the most bullish one.
Reality check, perhaps.
Interestingly, though, we're also seeing discussions about how blockchain, the underlying tech,
Beyond just currency.
exactly, how it could potentially address challenges in other big emerging fields, particularly AI.
Ah, the AI blockchain connection. What's the angle?
Some opinion pieces suggest blockchain could help mitigate hidden biases in financial AI algorithms.
Okay, using its transparency.
That seems to be the idea. And also potentially protecting creative work from being sort of flattened or undermined by AI, using blockchain for provenance, ownership.
That makes sense. Leveraging immutability and transparency for fairness in AI and secure ownership for creators. It highlights the broader potential.
It really does. It suggests a future where blockchain could play a crucial role in trust and accountability in other tech domains too.
Very interesting intersection to watch.
Okay, finally, let's touch on some of the speculation and future gazing happening. Lots of chatter.
Always is. What's on the radar?
Talk about SOL, Lightchain AI, XRP, possibly reaching new highs in May.
Specific calls.
Then there's XYZverse being mentioned as a potential sports meme coin. Could it mirror Dogecoin's early wild success?
The search for the next Doge continues.
Always. Experts are also highlighting coins like Cardano, Pepe again, Shiba Inu, and Lightchain AI as potential millionaire makers.
Bold claims.
Very. Data apparently indicates that a large majority, 72% of Dogecoin holders are currently long, suggests strong belief or maybe just hope in its future.
Holding on for dear life, maybe? HO dealing.
Could be. There's even talk of a technical pattern on something called Codename, Pepe, that historically came before Dogecoin surges.
Specific patterns linking different meme coins. Gets pretty niche.
It does. The big question, too, is Bitcoin at a crossroads? Are we facing a potential crypto winter, or is a significant rebound near?
The perennial question. Up or down?
Exactly. And reports of large H-8 holders, whales, eyeing a new viral crypto with predictions of, get this, a 10,000% rally.
10,000%. Okay, wow.
And related, another very low-priced crypto like 0077 seeing increased investment from those who supposedly made fortunes with Shiba Inu.
So the Shiba millionaires are looking for the next Shiba.
Seems like it. This whole flurry really emphasizes the speculative, often hype-driven side of crypto, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Predictions, rumors, searching for the next 100x. It generates excitement, but, extreme caution is needed.
Cannot stress that enough. Do your own research, thorough research.
Yeah, don't just chase hype. It underscores how dynamic and, frankly, unpredictable this space can be.
So as you can hear, the crypto market is buzzing. Lots of activity, from those price moves we saw earlier,
To ongoing tech advancements like the RISC-V idea.
and some pretty intense debates, like Plan B versus Ethereum.
We've touched on potential shifts, emerging trends, key conversations.
Hopefully giving you a good overview of what's happening right now.
But again, remember, this landscape changes fast.
Definitely. Do your own research, stay informed as you navigate it all.
And for ongoing updates.
Join Daily Crypto for real-time market updates.